What's good, y'all? We are live. We are live. This is the third of my live streams on YouTube. As you guys see, or maybe you didn't notice, I don't know. Finally got a thumbnail up before I went live on this one. I figured, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I might as well have a thumbnail. I don't know exactly. Or I guess I could probably just pull it up. How am I gonna be able to do that though? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to have an echo either. Give me 1 second. Let me see how I can pull this up. Or I guess I could just go on my Twitter DMs because I have it open on that. I don't think I'll leak anything. I don't really have too many crazy talks on there. See here, this is my trick on how to get anything from my phone to my computer. I just DM it to myself. But this is the thumbnail that I got going. Wanted to put myself on there, show people are live around the NBA. It's kind of just what I thought of for the placeholder name at least. Could change it, I don't know. And then just some NBA players because we just talk about random NBA stuff. I don't really have too much on the docket, if you want to call it like that. But yeah, I thought the thumbnail came out pretty good. And yeah, now let's just get right into it. As always, I do want to start by talking about the games from last night. And I'm going to be honest, I really didn't watch basketball at all yesterday. Did I watch? I watched, there was a day game, right? Or am I tweaking? No, I don't think I watched any basketball yesterday, actually, to be honest. So that means that it's time for some good old-fashioned box score watching. And I did see some clips of, oh wait, no. Yeah, that's why this looked so unfamiliar. I was like, these games don't Saturday, and this was the day game I watched. Yes, the Spurs and the Bucks. This game, no Giannis, was pretty disappointing, but Victor Wembanyama is just continuing to kill the game, just dominate, become a real MVP candidate, probably close to the top three, if not already solidified himself as a top three candidate this year. I know he had that whole thing where he was talking about his own candidacy to be the MVP. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't really care. If you want to say you're MVP, sure. I'm fine with talking your shit. So Wemby, yeah, he's definitely creeping real close to that MVP range. And I did quickly want to look because they had, the MVP tracker here. This obviously is Basketball Reference, so it's a little different. They only have Victor Wembanyama at a 1.9% chance. I don't really know what they base this off of. I also wanted to go through the playoff probabilities because that just looked interesting. I never really noticed that. But if we were to go to NBA.com and then I want to look at, I guess the top stories, it would probably be on there. Their MVP race or their MVP, what's that called? Not ballot, power rankings. I forget the exact word they use. Moses Moody, successful knee surgery. Shout out Moses Moody, man. That was a real scary injury. I got to be honest, though. I don't go too much on the NBA website to really... Oh, MVP ladder. There we go. I was going to say, I don't go too heavy on the NBA website. Usually I'll use the app or I'll just see it like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. But as you see here, yeah, Wemby up to number one. Honestly, is Wemby the MVP right now? He has an argument, but I'm gonna see. I want to say probably not, but also I'm reserving myself from just full out saying probably not. I do think that he probably definitely skipped Jokic. I think between the Nuggets kind of just floating around, or they're back up to the 4th seed actually. They were definitely hitting a little bit of a rough patch as Wemby was starting to really turn it up with the Spurs. So I get why he kind of jumped them. It's really just between Wemby and Shea though, and yeah, I mean there's a real possibility that Wemby gets first place MVP votes. Will he win it? Probably not. I do think that it's just a little too early. I don't think he'll get the votes. But I mean, with the Spurs being just 2 games behind OKC, and with Wemby just when you talk about impact, I mean, it's I don't know if there's anyone else that impacts the game more than Wemby. Averaging still under 30 minutes a game. Some of that's probably from some of the games where he was coming back from injury, coming off the bench and everything, not playing limited minutes. Leading the league in blocks per game, a full steal on top of that to 24 and 11, 3 assists. Shooting super efficient too, like 34% or 35%. Not amazing, but when you look, from a stretch big perspective, obviously that's really good. It's just so crazy. Like, he came into the league just leading the league in blocks per game, just off rip like that. The scoring is there. He's still around like that 25, 11 rebound. Like, he legitimately came into the league and it's just like dominating. Like, 22 years old. I am such a big Victor Wembanyama fan. Like, I've said it before, I think he has a real shot of going down as the greatest player of all time if he stays healthy. And I pray that he stays healthy for, the next 15, 20 years, because watching him play basketball, man, it's an experience. It's amazing. It's enough Wemby glaze for right now, though. We'll get back to, I guess we were just looking at just the games from yesterday. Jalen Duren. Oh, this is the different game because he only has 10 in this one. The other night when Jalen Duren had 30, he was hitting those hezzy pull-ups and everything. Just, I don't know who he was feeling like, but he was hooping. I know we've talked about the Pistons the last few streams. They have looked pretty good so far, even though this is a little bit of a rough stretch in their schedule. Obviously, no Cade Cunningham still. But when you look at a box score like this, like against a good Minnesota Timberwolves team, I know Anthony Edwards isn't playing, but still, they're still a good team. You just have contributions across the board. 18 from Tobias Harris, 10 from Jalen Duren, 10 from Duncan Robinson, 13 from Dennis, 12 from Paul Reed, 11 from Kevin Huerter, 13 from Ron Holland. You have a few guys with 6, 8 from Karis LeVert. Like, it's just, they're getting a full team contribution from this. And that's definitely what's going to need to happen without their head of the snake, Cade Cunningham. And I did see there were videos of Cade. He's back on the court, and he's back to, it looked like he was just doing some conditioning, which, you got to start somewhere. Good to see him back, able to use his lungs and everything, because that was one thing I was definitely concerned about with a collapsed lung. I wasn't sure how much he was going to be able to use his, just body in general and get the cardio going and everything. So that really gave me a decent amount of concerns for when he would return for the playoffs. Looks like he's already kind of in that mode, though. So shout out Cade Cunningham. Hopefully he can get back soon. But yeah, the Pistons have looked really solid without him. The Sixers, this was an impressive game, or an impressive, not necessarily game, but the fact that we're starting to see Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey kind of all together on the court at once. That's something that I've really been looking forward to throughout this entire season. Haven't got much of it, but as we see, when they all are on the court, it's pretty good. You got 26 from Maxey, 29 from Embiid, 26 from Paul George. There was another game before this where all three of them, I think, had like 20 or even 25 plus. And the Sixers are always a weird team. Early in the year, they were one of my favorite teams to watch just because they had just a little bit of everything from their players. Like, they had this type of step-up mentality, next man up type of thing. And you could see that in their statistics because, they hit definitely a little bit of a rough patch right here, but that was more because of injury. But early in the year, behind Tyrese Maxey, they were a really, really fun team because, most nights it was Tyrese Maxey just going off. But then you had those opportunities for VJ Edgecombe. Kelly Oubre, he was hurt for the beginning of the season, a lot of it. But when he's here, I always think that he's one of the more underrated role players. Just as a scrappy guy, he can go off and give you a decent scoring performance. Obviously, you have Embiid and Paul George, Quentin Grimes. They just had so many players on this roster that just knew their role. Like, shout out to Adem Bona. Trenton Watford had a great year, or is having a great year. They were one of my favorite teams to watch in the beginning of the year, and now that they're starting to get healthy towards the playoffs, it's another team where it's just like, you don't want to see them in the first round. Hey, round ball, what's up, bro? I'm a little trigger shy about teams like that. Yeah, they're really good, but you could stay healthy. It's crazy big if. Yes. That was one of my biggest things like with the Clippers in years past. When teams prove to you that they can't stay healthy, it's really hard. Or I mean, I guess the Pelicans could be an option for that. Even this year, they've stayed relatively healthy. Like Zion has played a lot of games, but still, in general, you could see that like when you don't have that consistency in the lineup, that's where a lot of these issues could come about. And unfortunately for Philly, they've really been like that for the last few seasons now, specifically behind Joel Embiid. Obviously, when it's your best player that's staying in and out of the lineup, that's the biggest issue. But if they stay healthy, and again, big if, I definitely think it's going to be a tough matchup because they, right now, if they win the play-in tournament, they would face Boston. They are really, really close to maybe even jumping up to that 6 seed and then getting another first round matchup with the Knicks. At that point, they could even slide up to 5 and then get the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, there's a lot of options here. And obviously, any team they face, whether it's Detroit, Boston, New York, or Cleveland, these four teams are probably going to be favored in their matchup, regardless of who is their matchup. But there still are more favorable matchups and more teams where you're like, I don't really want to face them. Like, I don't know a single person that wants to face the Charlotte Hornets right now. I don't know a single person that would want to face a healthy 76ers team. Miami, I know they're very up and down, but when they're up, they are looking like a really good team. I mean, I guess you could even say the same thing about Orlando. Atlanta's in that category as well. Like, all of these teams we have seen have stretches where they look incredibly good. And again, for a team that really grinded out the regular season, did their work, and got this top seed, some of these teams, it's not going to be a reward. Facing them is not going to be an easy thing. But I'm really excited for the playoffs because I do think that it's going to just be banger matchup after banger matchup after banger matchup. Because even when you look out west, like all of these teams are eliminated, so we know these are the 10 teams in the postseason. If we're being honest, Golden State, I don't have a lot of confidence in Steph Curry getting healthy and becoming a real issue. I don't think Golden State is going to really make any noise, so I do think they're going to get eliminated. Portland and the Clippers. That's I probably would just go towards the Clippers. I think Portland could pull off that upset there, but I do think that it's probably just going to be these top 8 teams in the playoffs for the West. And again, that's really tough because these playing tournaments, like the Clippers to go up against OKC, obviously I'm picking OKC in that, but going against Kawhi in the playoffs, no one really wants to do that. That's going to be a fun matchup. You have Phoenix here and San Antonio. Phoenix has been a fun, it's like I was gonna say fun story. I don't want to seem like too demeaning on them, because I do think that it would be a real uphill battle for them in a playoff series, especially towards the top of these top teams. But then again, like they still have a player like Devin Booker. I don't know what the word is on Dillon Brooks, like when he's gonna be fully back healthy. Let me actually look into that because that's he's been such a big part of their get massive update again. Okay, this just came out 13 hours ago. Dillon Brooks has been a massive part of this team. For the past few days, he's made it clear that the duo are progressing well. You said they participated in 5-on-5 drills. All right, that's pretty important. So they should be back definitely by the playoffs. If they're already in 5-on-5 drills, they should be back for the playoffs. And I remember when they first. Oh, is my computer frozen? Hello, where we at? All right, we're back. I remember when I was doing my preseason preview on the Suns, I said that Dillon Brooks was a super underrated pickup for them just because of the culture type of guy he is. We've seen him kind of set that tone in Houston, obviously in Memphis, and now in Phoenix. We saw him do it, but he even stepped up a bunch with his play too. It was really interesting to see, especially early on, how he just basically transformed into like a full-on shot creator. Averaging 21 points per game on the season, shooting the ball pretty well. Like it's insane to really look at or to think about a guy like Dillon Brooks being able to just turn it on like that. Like he did average 18, 17, 16, but like to cross that 20 points per game mark really unexpected. And when you look at how he's getting it, like the percent of his field goals assisted, down to 28% on 2 point. Like, look at that compared to the rest of his career. He is legitimately a shot creator now, which again, absolutely insane. He's taking his mid ranges and stuff. Like he's getting to his spots and just cooking. Shout out Dylan Brooks, man. You know, at first I wasn't too big of a fan. I love me some Dylan Brooks though. I know he gets under people's skin and everything, but that's what makes it so much fun. But then yeah, even you have like Houston and LA, that would be a good matchup. Denver and Minnesota matching up in the playoffs for the a billionth time. That's gonna be a great time right there. Um, yeah, I really think that basically we're gonna have like 8 legitimately really good playoff series, both out east and out west. I cannot wait for the playoffs. Very, 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 very close. So that should be exciting. But I think it's time to do the daily immaculate grid. Not really daily, because like I said, I skip some days. But daily in the fact that when I do stream, yeah, a jump in year 9 is legit insane. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's never really even been that type of player for like stretches. Like, I'm sure there's been games, not I'm sure, he definitely has had games in Memphis or in Houston where he popped off and had some crazy games. But to consistently do that for the season and just be the second option behind Devin Booker, no one really would have guessed that. But here we are in this immaculate grid. We do have my Knicks on here. I always love when they're on here. These are some pretty good teams. Right here, like Bucks Knicks, I'm immediately thinking Jericho Sims. You also have like Wesley Matthews. That's probably even smaller, I would think. Right? Yeah, less people. I don't now. Now I'm kind of second guessing it. Would people say like Jericho Sims or DeLon Wright first, or would they say Wesley Matthews? I'm gonna say Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews, get him on the board. 0.5%. Great start to that. Obviously here we have Cat, we have Julius, we have Dante. We could also throw in Taj Gibson here. We can also throw in Keita Bates-Diop. Did he play for the Knicks? He was on the roster, but he played. He played minutes. Keita Bates-Diop. How do you spell that? Keita? No. Hold on. Let me lock in chat. Keita? No. Keita? No, that's wrong. Bates. Keita Bates-Diop. Kei. That's how you do it. What? Did he never play for the... Am I tweaked? Now we got to do a sidetrack. All right. Keita Bates-Diop. Did he never actually suit up for the Knicks? Is that what it was? I am tight. Just so you guys know, I'm not lying. Where is it? Traded by the New York Knicks with Dante DiVincenzo. He was in the Mikal Bridges trade. I forgot he was included in this. So he was on the Knicks. He just never played. That does piss me off that we're not going to get an immaculate grid. But that's what I get for trying to go really for the deep cuts, I guess. All right, back to it. I guess like we have those guys that I mentioned before. Those all are big name guys, though. Like obviously Cat, Julius, Dante. They're all going to be there. Taj Gibson is a good one. I feel like I kind of want to reserve him for right here, though. The Wizards and the Timberwolves. Or, I mean, I guess I could even do him for Detroit here. Taj Gibson will be on this board 100%. Taj Gibson will be here. The Dallas Mavericks and the Knicks. Obviously, you have, like, Tyson Chandler. You have DeAndre Jordan. Wesley Matthews would have worked there as well. Dennis Smith Jr., that's a good option. I might go Dennis Smith Jr. Will we go Dennis? Yeah, I think we're going to go Dennis. Shout out Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith. 3%. Solid. Now, I guess we could attack the Detroit Pistons row right there. Pistons Bucks, Christian Wood. I always remember Christian Wood played like legitimately, I think 3 games for the Bucks. But he played 0.3%. Not a lot of people know about that. Shout out Christian Wood for saving me on that. Pistons Timberwolves. Why do I feel like that is an incredibly hard matchup right there? What are people that play for both of those teams? The Timberwolves and the Pistons. Timberwolves and Pistons. I don't know why Kyle Anderson keeps jumping in my head. He never played for the Pistons. Javonte Green never played for the Timberwolves. We got Evan Fournier. He never played for the Timberwolves. Jamal Crawford. I don't know why I even brought up his name. I don't think he never played for the Timberwolves, right? Or the Pistons. I think I'm tweaking on that one. Damn, Timberwolves, Pistons. Like, yo, feel free in the chat. I don't know if it's cheating or not. If y'all have some names you want to throw my way, I'm fine with that. But also, like, yeah, Pistons, Timberwolves. I feel like I definitely am forgetting, like, a real obvious one. Kevin Huerter, he never played for the Timberwolves. We got, like, Jimmy Butler. We got Luol Deng. We got, I don't know. All right, let me get Taj Gibson on the board here. Where do I want to put Taj? Which one of these three? You know, let me lock in even more on this Timberwolves Knicks. Whenever I think of Timberwolves Knicks, I think of Taurean Prince, just for him absolutely dropping. I think it was he might have there's no way he dropped actually 50, but he just hit like every single 3-point shot known to man. Spoiled Julius Randle's 50-point performance. Crazy game. That's all I think of when I think of Timberwolves Knicks, though. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is an option here. He's probably top of mind for a lot of people, though. You know, Derrick Rose obviously is a very well-known player. I don't know why this is stumping me so hard. I feel like I gotta just throw names out there. I guess I'm gonna use the Taj Gibson one here. Taj Gibson. We'll use Taj Gibson here. He's got 7%. That's actually way higher than I thought for Taj. Bucks, Wizards. I kind of want to just go like AJ Johnson, just for some easy. Yeah, 2%. Not a lot of people are going to use him since he's still so young. Stephon Marbury is top of mind for Timberwolves Knicks, but I don't care if he's obscure enough. Stephon Marbury is actually a good one. I feel like a lot of people do more like modern players, even though Stephon Marbury, I don't want it to seem like he played in like the 70s or something. But I feel like 2010 and on is what a lot of people use on this. So that's a good back pocket one. We already used Taj, so it's pretty much just Stephon Marbury and Derrick Rose. Those are like my two guys for the Knicks Timberwolves right here. Thinking of more like obscure guys. Did Cam Payne ever play for the Timberwolves? No. Landry Shamet never did. Then we got guys like Jordan Clarkson never did. I'm trying to think of like all of these Knick role players now. Kylo Quinn never did. Why am I going blank? Noah Vonleh? Noah Vonleh played for the Timberwolves. Shout out Noah Vonleh, man. I love me some Noah Vonleh. Noah Vonleh, 0.4. Bang! That's a great pull by me right there. I'm still pissed at myself for trying to be big brain and go Keita Bates-Diop. Yeah, Noah Vonleh. Happy with that. Shout out the Stephon Marbury pull right there, but I can almost guarantee you he would have had more than Noah Vonleh. So shout out Noah. Now where do we want to go? I'm gonna skip the Timberwolves Pistons just because that's still kind of stumping me right now. But I guess I could have used Christian Wood right here too. But he probably would have been more popular than the 0.3. Mavs Pistons. Quentin Grimes, Tim Hardaway Jr. I almost said Jaden Hardy. He never played for the Pistons. Did Malachi Flynn ever play for these teams? No. I'm gonna. I feel like, damn, those names I just literally mentioned out loud, low-key forgot them already. I said Quentin Grimes and Tim Hardaway Jr. I feel like people forget that Quentin Grimes played for the Pistons because I think he played like 6 games. Also, shout out Quentin Grimes. I don't know if you guys have seen the news, and I'm using the word news very, very lightly. Don't know if it's confirmed or not. Shout out Quentin Grimes though, if you know, you know. Um, but yeah, we have Mavs and Wizards, or are we going Timberwolves Pistons? Real quick, I guess, to think about Mavs and Wizards. You have Daniel Gafford. You have Davis Bertans. You have Kristaps Porzingis. I think I'm gonna go Davis Bert. He might be too popular. Who do they trade for him? Who was the obscure guy that was included in those trades? I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie. I'll go Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie. 4%. Not bad. Definitely pissed at myself. I guess I'll just quickly close out this grid. Well, even though, we didn't get it immaculate, we'll still close it out. Pistons and Timberwolves. Pistons, Timberwolves. We got. I legitimately can't think of anyone. Luka Garza. 2%. Damn, this would have been a real nice grid. Taj Gibson way higher than I thought, but this would have been a real nice grid. Anything? I mean, no, there's all pretty good answers on all of these. Karl Anthony Towns, Dante DiVincenzo. I didn't even think about him for the Bucks. If I would have got there for sure, but the fact that that's the number one answer, pretty surprising. Dennis Rodman also being the number one answer, didn't even cross my mind, respectfully. Tingus Pingus did cross my mind there. Not really for the Mavs, though. Only 19%, so there's got to be a lot of matchups right there. And the toughest one to get was Wizards. Shout out, Taj Gibson got us, bro. Taj Gibson got us. Remind me to play. How do we just look at, all the grids? Kind of want to flex with you guys real quick. Bro, what? Previous grids? There we go. Yeah. Top categories, born outside United States. I'm nice with, I guess. Duke. Shout out Duke. The Knicks got to be in my top. And it's funny because the Knicks and the Pistons kind of share a lot of teams, or a lot of players, and the Knicks and the Mavs share a lot of players. Shout out Randy Smith, bro. Every time I see him, it's my guy. We were on a little bit of a hot streak here. It hasn't been my best. Should we run another one? No, actually, I did have Sporkle open because I wanted to try some Sporkle. I don't have anything in play. I don't know any specific ones. But if I just type in NBA, you think something will come up? Perchance? NBA teams. Hold on. My bad. I feel like I have a little bit of stuffy nose. There we go. I think we're valid. NBA playoffs since 1980. This one's just kind of random. Let's see. 1.6 million plays. NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, points leader, rebounds leader, assist leader. I guess we can bang this out. We got 10 minutes for that. We can hit this real quick. I will say I am a bad speller. Don't make fun of me for that. And yeah, I guess that's the only thing I got. That's the only disclaimer. Here we go. All right, so 2025 was last year, and we have the Thunder, and then we had. I guess I'll just go down champion, and then I'll go MVP and all that. Before the Thunder, we had the Nuggets. Oh, I skipped the Celtics. My bad, Celtics. We had the Nuggets, and before the Nuggets, I gotta lock in on timeline here because I wanna hit a groove. Before the Nuggets, it was the Warriors. Oh my God. Before the Warriors in 2021, it was the Bucks. Before the Bucks, it was the Lakers. Then it was the Raptors. And then it was the Cavs. And then it was the 2014 was the Spurs. Then it was the Heat. The Mavs. No, I gotta type in Mavericks. 2004 Pistons. 1998 Bulls. In between the three-peat, we have the Rockets. And then 83. No, the Pacers didn't win. Yeah, they haven't won a championship in a grip. 83, bro. Sixers, I think. Yeah. All right, now on to the MVPs. Alexander. Then we had Jaylen Brown. Then we had Jokic. Wow, Jokic just straight across there. Then we had Curry. Then we had Antetokounmpo. Oh, I usually am valid with this one. Antetokounmpo. Then we had James and Leonard and Durant. Yeah, once you hit a groove, you're kind of valid on this. Iguodala. Yup. Nowitzki. Then in 2010, it was Kobe Bean Bryant. Paul Pierce. This was, I already said Kawhi Leonard. This was Tony Parker. Then Dwayne Wade. Then Tim Duncan. The Pistons, it was, I always mix this up. Why am I? Hamilton. Richard Hamilton? No, it wasn't. It was Chauncey Billups. 2002, Shaquille O'Neal. Then Michael Jordan. Then Olajuwon. I did not think I was going to spell that right. In the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. No, forgot the O. Thomas. Then it was... oh my god, I just had it on the top of my head. Oh my god. His backcourt mate. Not Joe Dumars, but he might be on here. Oh, it was Joe Dumars. Hell yeah. Is this Magic Johnson yet? Yeah. Magic Johnson. Abdul Jabbar. James Worthy? Yeah, that's where it was. Larry Bird. Sixers was Moses Malone. And last Celtics was McHale. Nope. It was his last Celtics, 1981. Bro, there are so many pop-up ads. Oh my god. Last Finals MVP for the Celtics. 1981. Alright, we'll get back to it. Points leaders. Tatum? No. Oh, I gotta click back on it. Tatum? Yep, but that one was Doncic. Rebound leader in that, definitely not Miles Turner. Holmgren? Miles Turner? Was it Karl Anthony Towns? Assist leader, Harry Burton. Golden State Warriors rebounds. This is just in the finals, or no? Because Cat didn't make the playoffs. It's playoffs. Playoff leaders. Rebounds per game in 2022. The Warriors won it. The Celtics were in the finals, so probably not Horford. Never mind. I think it is at Horford. That could be Drew Holiday. Could have been Chris Paul too. 2020 points leaders Anthony Davis. Gasol. Nope, it wasn't Pau Gasol. Draymond Green? Yeah, Draymond Green. 2017 might be Kevin Love in there. Yes, Kevin Love. Cavs, Kyrie Irving. Oh, I told you I'm bad at typing. Irving? Yeah, I spelled that right. Irving. Yeah, okay, it wasn't Kyrie Irving. In 2016, it wasn't Kyrie. Was it Klay Thompson? Yeah, Klay Thompson. I remember that one. 2016 assist leader, not Klay Thompson. Was it like Marcus Smart on something? Nope. Really not LeBron? Skip that for right now. Celtics final MVP. I'm not sure if you associate with the pantheon of the Celtic greats. That's for sure. So it's not someone that I would. What? He won Finals MVP with this. Oh my God. Is it the big man? Bill Walton. No. I don't think he won Finals MVP with the. I think I'm way too early on that. But he's someone I don't really associate with the Celtics, but he was a Celtic. All right, we'll get back to that. I want to ride these assist leaders. Is that Chris Paul? No. Steve Nash? No. All right. We'll skip 2016 for now. 2014. We already put Parker. Ginobili? No. Wasn't Wade. No. Tyson Chandler. He was for 2011. Rondo's got to be in here for a bunch of those years. Yep. 2009 rebounds leader. Who was rebounding the ball in 2009? Dwight Howard. Yep. 2008. Like Kendrick Perkins. He's not. Yeah, he's not on here. I'm on. 2008 though. It's not Gasol because we already put him there. All right, go a little further. This one could be Wallace. Yep, Ben Wallace. Assist leader in 2013. Smush Parker. Yeah, we already put Tony Parker. 2001 points leader, Mr. Iverson. Shout out AI, man. I don't even know who their big man was. Was it Mutombo? Mutombo? It was Mutombo. Shout out Mutombo. 2003 and 2002, like Jason Kidd. Yeah. I'm locked right now. Fucking locked. 2000. Who would they play in the finals in 2000? Reggie Miller might be on the list here. Nope, he's not. We got most of the points done. We only need 1999. Who was scoring in 1999? Patrick Ewing? Nope, but he's got one of the rebounds. Allen Houston? Nope. John Starks. Just throwing Knicks out there. You know what's a good one to always throw out there? Smith? Nope. Green? We already did for Draymond. Brown? We did for the White. Nope. Alright. That was just the generic names we were throwing out there. We got a minute and a half. We can close the gap a little bit more. I really want to get these points out the way. 1999 points, 1982 points. Like Clyde Drex. Oh, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley got to be up there, yeah. Damn. John Stockton, and Malone. Oh, we already got Karl Malone on there. John Stockton carried. He had a few of the assist ones. Damn, less than a minute left. This might be it. Maybe. Did I do DeAndre Jordan? Yeah, because of Michael. The 80s. Who's rebounding the hell out the ball in the 80s? A bunch of people. A lot of people were rebounding the ball in the 90s or the 80s. Damn. I'm going blank. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I might have to just ride these 15 seconds out in the night. Oh, Dennis Rodman. And who was their other guy? The other center. Horace Grant. Bang. Buzzer beater to get a few extra points at the end. But let's see. Kevin Garnett, Russell Westbrook. I'm tight. Latrell Sprewell. Should have had. Mark Jackson I could have had there. Bill Laimbeer. I almost wrote him down. Didn't. Cedric Maxwell. Yeah, I wasn't going to get there for that. Mo Cheeks could have had. Some of these I'm kind of pissed at. Won't lie. Some of these I definitely am a little pissed at. Not bad, though. Overall, not bad. 93. Average score is at 71. Let's see if there's another quick one we can really hit up. NBA All-Stars by current teams. Players by face. NBA MVPs, champions, number one draft picks. Since 1986, that seems way too hard. Can you name the top three in MVP voting? That seems pretty hard, too. Top scorer by age, top 10. The 2000s. Let me see. Do they got like 2010s or 2020s? Because that's really like, oh, okay. Let me see. 2020. Maybe bunker. Bubble lineup challenge. That'll be fun. Can we name the bubble lineups from 2020? So we got all the teams that were in the bubble. The Wizards were in the bubble. That's crazy because don't remember what era that is. I guess that's still Bradley Beal era. Yeah, the pop-up ads on here are insane, bro. Alright, well, here we go. Kemba Walker was still on the Celtics here. Obviously, it was Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart was still here. Al Horford. Al Horford was on the Sixers here. Who the hell was their big man? I remember Jason Tatum getting blocked by Bam. That's what I remember from the Celtics team. And OG Anunoby hitting that crazy three-point shot on them. Or maybe it's just Celtics hitting it on OG. I don't know. No, OG hit the shot. Who is their front court? Why am I tweaking right now? Grant Williams was on this team. Why can I not remember a single big for this Celtics team? All right, move on to the next. Jamal Crawford was on that Nets team. What? Was he legitimately just... I swear he was on that Nets team. I swear he was on the Nets team. Am I bugging? I swear he was on that Nets team. This isn't... D'Lo is already gone. Yeah. Who was on the 2020 Nets? Kyrie. This is before Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie wasn't in the bubble. Spencer Dinwiddie. Yo, who was... Did I just spell it wrong? No. Who was on this Nets team? Am I bugging? Alright. Dallas Mavericks was Luka Doncic. Hardaway was there. Porzingis. Yeah. Maxi Kleber was there. And their two guard. I mean, Brunson was on the team, but he wasn't in the bubble. So who started in place of him? Who was their other Brunson? I don't know. Let's just get the starters out the way for most of these teams. Our front court that year is arguably its worst it's ever been. Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of a single front court player besides Marcus Smart and the Jays. I don't know why I can't think of literally a single big that played for y'all. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. I don't know why I'm typing out his full government. Michael Porter Jr. Bol. No? They had that crazy big-ass lineup they ran. I remember that because Paul Millsap. Nope. Okay, Mills. Shout out Patty Mills. Millsap was on that. And Plumlee was there. And who else was on that big-ass lineup? Is Aaron Gordon here still? No, Aaron Gordon is not here yet. So that means that... oh my God, his name just literally Will Barton. Will Barton was there, and Monte Morris. Yeah, Monte Morris was there. Their two guard. Who was their two guard? All right, on to the next. Want to get rapid fire, get as much points on the board here, and then we'll return back. James Harden was here. Westbrook was here. Aaron Gordon, PJ Tucker, and Jeff Green. And who else? This was the team they faced the Lakers and the Thunder. All right, on to the next. We're going rapid fire here. This was, of course, Bubble TJ McConnell, Miles Turner, Sabonis. Sabonis was still there, yeah. Brogdon. That means Brogdon's got to be there, right? I spelled that wrong. I was like, no, he's got to be there. Brogdon's got to be there. But he healed? Nope, he was on the Kings. TJ McConnell. And on to the next. Clippers, Pat Beverly. Lou Will coming off their bench. Was Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell was here. Zubac. Obviously Kawhi. Julio. Why did I just have a stroke there? Leonard. Paul George. Yo, my typing is tweaking right now. Paul George. Their backup point guard. Can't think of it right now. Lakers, I should be able to bang this out. Obviously, you had LeBron, you had Caruso, you had Rondo. Rondo? Bro, he literally started in the finals. Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard. I have Danny Green. Avery Bradley. No, he didn't play in the bubble. He did not play in the back. Someone else, Bradley. I don't even know who. Avery Bradley didn't play in the bubble, though. Kuzma. I literally watched like every game of this Lakers championship run. I should definitely be able to bang this out. I'm missing 2 of their guards. That's not Avery Bradley because he wasn't there. J.R. Smith didn't play. Okay, shout out Dorian Finney-Smith. Dion Waiters. Okay, they count Dion Waiters. I don't think he was in the rotation, but sure, bro, we got it. Who is it? Oh, KCP. Okay, I just put Pope. Thank you. Lakers' first complete team. Shout out to the Lakers. Is Ja Morant there? Yes. So that means Dylan Brooks is there, and Jaren Jackson is there, and Justin Jackson, and Reggie Jackson, and Frank Jackson. Their center was Steven Adams. Nope, he's still in OKC. So that means it was Valanciunas. Yep. Who was their small forward? I mean, was Desmond Bane just there? No, Desmond Bane was not there. Tyus Jones. Yeah, he was their backup guard. You got Brandon Clark, Gary Clark, Brandon Clark, and Xavier Tillman. No, Xavier Tillman not there yet. Miami Heat. We got Jimmy Butler. We got Dragic. We got Adebayo. We got Tyler Hero was hurt. Yeah, I guess you can count him. He was definitely hurt for a majority of that run. Who was their starting backcourt in Miami? Gabe Vincent? This might be early for Gabe Vincent, yeah. But Strus was there. Cap. Who was their backcourt? I remember Goran Dragic being like their starter, unless I'm bugging. Who was the Heat's backcourt that series, that game? Is it? No, it can't be Myers Leonard because I already did that for their backup center. All right, on to the Bucks. Jrue Holiday, right? Jrue Holiday's here. Nope, he's not. He's still in New Orleans, but shout out Justin and Aaron. So that means that it's got to be Bledsoe and on the Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton and Harris. Nope. Shout out Toby though. Who did I get up here? Oh, Joe Harris. Joe Harris, the GOAT. Back to the Bucks. Their center was obviously Brook Lopez. Robin Lopez was on there too. 2 for 1. Say less. Who else was on this Bucks team though? Bobby Portis. Cap. All right. Yeah. He was still on the Knicks, I think, at this time. Who the hell was on this Pelicans team, bro? Was this Zion? Yeah, Zion was on there. Wow, just saying Zion. Usually the first name doesn't work like that. Zion was on this team. So who was his center his rookie year? Who was his center his rookie year? I mean, like, Lonzo. That means Josh Hart is here. That means Brandon Ingram is here. Who was their center before Valanciunas? Before, like, Steven Adams wasn't there yet. Who was the center for the Pelicans Zion's rookie year? I don't know. On to the next. This is Chris Paul and Schroeder and Gilgeous Alexander and Lou Dort and I wanted to say Kenrich Williams, but I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we already put Williams on here, so it's not him. Who was their big? It's like Poku. Poku. I'm not even gonna try that. If it's Poku, bro, he got it. The Magic. This is probably Cole Anthony is here. Nope. Carmelo. Aaron Gordon. So Vucevic and Fournier and yeah. On to the next. Ben Simmons and Embiid. Was JJ Redick here? Nope, he was on the Pelicans. So that means who was the 2 guard here in Philly? Who are the guards here in Philly? I think they got swept this year, so maybe that's why I can't really fully remember them. Was Robert Covington? Oh no, he's probably he's here for the Rockets, right? Yeah, Robert Covington was a power forward for the Rockets. Who else is on the Sixers team? I can't think of a single guard on the Sixers team. Onto the Suns. This had Devin Booker and Campaign. Campaign wasn't on this roster? Copy. Mikal Bridges was, and so was Cam Johnson, and DeAndre Ayton, and Crowder. Nope, but he was on that Heat team. Yes, I do remember that. He was on that Heat team. Ricky Rubio was their point guard. The power forward, like Dario Saric, he played for this team. Yep, he was their starter, though. Don't really fully remember that. McGee. Was JaVale McGee there yet? No, I'm bugging. He was on the Lakers still. Who was their backup center? Kaminsky? Probably spelled that wrong. Anyway, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And Nurkic. And who was their power forward? Don't know. Rodney Hood was on this roster. Cap. Rodney Hood was not on this roster. Was Austin Rivers on this roster? No. Where was Austin Rivers, though? The Nuggets? Where is Austin Rivers? Clippers? Austin Rivers is on here somewhere. And I do not see him. Sure, bro. Sure. I guess that works. It wasn't Austin Rivers, it wasn't Rodney Hood. On to the next. We still got De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes and Davion Mitchell? No, Donovan, though. And who was their center before? This is way after Boogie. Who was their center before Sabonis? Do they have a center? Did the Kings have a center? That's legit nothingness in my brain right now. Oh, Marvin Bagley. Hello? Hello? Marvin? Maybe he just wasn't in the bubble? I don't know. DeJounte Murray I have here. They had the Spurs, I guess they didn't start a center. They just played 4 guys out there, had their center come off their bench. Marcus Aldridge? No. Cool. What is this Spurs team? This is a weird... DeMar? Nope. DeRozan? Yep, DeMar was there. That means that Podol was there. Yep, on to the next. The Raptors. We got Anunoby. And we got Terrence Davis. Oh, I don't know why. I was about to put him there. He's already up there. Their center was Gasol. And their power forward was Boucher. Boucher. All right. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry and who was their two guard? Was that Gary Trent still here? No, he was in Portland. So that means it's got to be Norman Powell. No, he's still coming off their bench. Oh, Siakam. I'm bugging. Who was their two guard? Without Danny Green, because he's gone now. They replaced Danny Green with... Don't know. The Utah Jazz. It's not Ricky Rubio because he's still with the Suns. Who was their point guard? Mike Conley. And then Bogdanovic. I don't know what I just spelled. Bogdanovic was with the Kings. Okay. I was talking about the other one. I was talking about Bogey. But Gobert is here. Jingling Joe is here. Jay Crowder is already with the Heat, so he's not here. Their bench. What was the Jazz bench looking like? Rajon Tucker. Like, good thing he's already on there because I was never going to get to him. Who was there? Oh, Jordan Clarkson. He was their bench guy. And I don't know, Wizards was Beal? Nope. Definitely not John Wall. Who the hell was on this Wizards team? I didn't even know they made it to the bubble, respectfully. Like, this Wizards era, Daniel Gafford? Nope. Denny Avdia? Denny? Nope. Hachimura? Yep. Shout out Rui. Who was their center? Like Porzingis? No, yeah. I deadass do not remember the Wizards making the bubble, like whatsoever. 2020 Wizards players. 2020 Wizards players. Right before they traded. Was it Westbrook? No, he's on the. Yeah, no. I got my years mixed up. All right. Damn, bro. We still have 100 players missing with 3 minutes left. This was not my best showing. All right. Like the Brooklyn Nets are empty, bro. I swear Jamal Crawford played on this roster. I promise you. Guess not though. Was like no. Dudley was on the Jared Dudley was on the Lakers roster at this point. Karis LeVert. Yep. Jared Allen. Yep. Here we go. Who else? Not D'Angelo Russell. Alright, let me think of bad Celtics front courts, because, yeah, my boy Roundball, he said that this was the worst the Celtics were. Like, Kelly Olynyk's not here still, right? Olynyk. Nah, but he's in Miami. Who else is, like, some front court players for... I mean, I'm thinking like Aaron Baines. I know he's not. He was on for the Suns. Yeah, he was here for the Suns. Shout out Aaron Baines, bro. Celtics big men that are bad. Just bad Celtics big men. Tristan Thompson. No. Bad Celtics big men. I literally can't think of a single front court player for them right now. Brooklyn Nets, like that's pretty rough too. They only had one center on their roster, it looks like. So shout out to them. Got a minute left. The Miami Heat made it to the finals, and I can't think of their backcourt like at all. Miami Heat. Who was there? If you guys in the chat know any answers, feel free to drop them down. Can't think of a single guard on that Miami Heat roster. All I keep thinking of is Goran Dragic and Jimmy Butler bringing up the ball. It's like just those two. And I know I'm going to be pissed. Was it like a little white guy, or am I still just thinking of Goran Dragic? Yeah, this is not my best showing whatsoever. I know I'm gonna be pretty pissed at a bunch of these options because like I don't even have the starting lineup out of a bunch of these, um, which is pretty disappointing. Um, definitely disappointing. Terrence Mann, no. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just show the results. Gordon Hayward, Daniel Tice, wow, Brad Wanamaker, and his Cantor too. No, I mean Gordon Hayward, I'm pretty pissed about. Brad Wanamaker, I was not gonna get there. Chris Chiozza, yeah, Rodney Crooks, I swear he crossed my mind for like a split second, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Garrett Temple, Lance Thomas, bro, what a goat. Lance Thomas is not a guard, bro. Lance Thomas is not a guard. Bobby, JJ Barea, DeLon Wright, Seth Curry started for the Mavericks, really? Jeremy Grant, I'm pissed at. Torrey Craig, DeMar Keller, Ben McLemore. Tyson Chandler was on that Rockets team. Am I tweaked? I did not remember that. Kendrick Nunn, bro, and Duncan Robinson, I'm pretty pissed at. Iggy, I do remember him being on that team. D'Anthony Belter, Landry Shamet, what a guy. Victor Oladipo, I didn't realize he was starting there still. Dante, George Hill. I swear I typed George Hill. Maybe that was the other one. Jackson Hayes was there. Derek Favors, Gallinari, bro. How can I forget Gallinari and Noah Noel? Mo Bamba, Markelle Fultz, Alec Burks. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I deadass don't remember Alec Burks being on the Sixers. Furkan Korkmaz, T. Stiebel, Shake Milton, and Josh Richardson too. Freddie, bro. Freddie, I'm bugging for that. Serge. Derek White, I definitely should have got. Rashawn Holmes, that was definitely gettable also. Mario Hazonia. Anthony Simons, I should have got. Hassan Whiteside, Nasir Little. Yeah, there's a lot of very gettable ones. Royce O'Neal, I'm pissed. George Niang, I definitely could have got there too. Bro, this roster made it to the bubble? Shabazz Napier, Thomas Bryant, Gary Payton. Yo, shout out the Wizards. I mean, definitely not my best showing, but above average, bro. Above average is not bad at all. Definitely not bad. Definitely not bad at all. How long have I been streaming for, by the way? A little over an hour. For those of you in the chat, make sure you guys like up, subscribe to the channel and stuff, all that. I don't have anything else I really want to do. I mean, I guess real quick, I'll go to the games that are gonna be on today, just because when I was looking before, we have some pretty good bangers coming up. This Sunday. No Giannis, so this game could be a little bit rough. But you know, Ryan Rollins, he's been looking pretty solid. I don't know. I'm gonna rate this game out of 10. This is probably a 6 out of 10. I would say the Clippers take this one. Heat Pacers. At this point, the Pacers kind of just shut everyone down. The Heat have been kind of up and down, to say the least. This game, I'm going to give like a 4 out of 10. Heat take it. Kings, Nets. This is a 2 out of 10. No disrespect to any of these guys, but like, yeah. I'm going to say no one wins this game, and it's just gone in the abyss. This game is game of the night, probably. Well, there's another game that we'll get to that's probably even more game of the night. But this game, I really think is going to be really fun. This is probably a 9 out of 10. I hope the Hornets win, just so it closes the gap between the Celtics and the Knicks. This is going to be a dog fight, though. I'm going to say Celtics probably take this one. Probably. Going to be a crazy game, though. Magic Raptors. This one, I'm going to give this one this is a sneaky game. Excuse me. This one is probably a 7 out of 10. I'm going to say the Raptors pull this out. Wizards Blazers. This is more like a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I'm gonna say Blazers win. Pelicans Rockets. This is another sneaky one. This could be a real fun one. I'm gonna say this is a 6 out of 10, and the Rockets pull this out. This is probably game of the night. If it's not this Celtics Hornets one, this Knicks Thunder one is gonna be game of the night on NBC and Peacock. Make sure you guys are tuned in for this potential finals matchup. Hopefully, I'm gonna give this one another 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10, just because it's two top 3 teams in the conferences. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Can't go against my hometown team. And then this one would be a good game if healthy, but obviously no Steph Curry, so that knocks it down to probably 5 out of 10, and the Nuggets will win this. So definitely top 3 games: Knicks, Thunder, Celtics, Hornets, and probably Magic, Raptors. Some real good games on tonight. I definitely think they're gonna be some fun ones. Obviously, we're getting real close to that playoff time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm going to be probably pretty consistently doing these live streams where I'm just bouncing around with you guys active in the chat. Should be good to just form a little bit more of this community, this back and forth. And yeah, I've been having fun just going on talking about random stuff. We brought out Sporkle today. We obviously always do the Immaculate Grids and stuff. I feel like those games are pretty fun. But yeah, make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to the channel so you know when I'm going to be streaming. Also, on my Twitter, I usually tweet it out, so follow me on that. Thanks for chilling out, and yeah, that's going to be about it for today's stream. Catch y'all.